Donna Wacker, as she was known as a student here, was one of those persons. I wish Donna were here tonight to accept this award. For those of you who didn't know Donna, Donna passed away earlier this summer of breast cancer. Donna was a friend of mine. She was a friend to many of you who are here tonight. So we all know that she definitely made the world a better place, a more beautiful place, wherever she was. She touched people and made them feel special. I recognized this when she and I started school here together in the fall of 1976. And it wasn't just fellow students who saw this beauty or this gift that she had. Teachers found her special too, as evident by Max Thompson's beautiful gift of the flower arrangement that's on the table there, the orchids. Max was a professor of Donna's and did this to show his way of showing his care and respect for Donna. Max told me that when Donna visited the campus, she came by the greenhouse, and it was the greenhouse that made her decision to come to Southwestern. And as he talked to her and as she left the greenhouse that day, he gave her an orchid. And that cemented a friendship that lasted until the day she died. Now, Donna has done much for Southwestern and for the community of Winfield. She was my fellow class host for the past 20 years for our class of 1980. She's provided floral arrangements for homecomings and commencements, and even decorated the college's Christmas tree. As the owner and operator of Donna's Designs, which was a local floral shop and gift shop, Donna was a leading Winfield businesswoman and was constantly looking for ways to improve the community. One of her most notable contributions was as founder of the Isle of Lights at Island Park. Those lights were first lit in 1993, and she continued as the president of that group for more than 21 years. Donna was a wonderful cook and an incredible quilter. For many years, she was active in the local quilt guild, and as a tribute to her, several of her quilts that she created are in exhibit this weekend in the President's Gallery over at Dartmouth Fine Arts Center. If you haven't been over to see them, please do this weekend. They are amazing. Donna was also active in the Winfield Chamber of Commerce and various other groups, receiving many civic and floral industry awards and recognitions. She always found time to care for others and encourage those with illness, including her involvement in breast cancer awareness through Relay for Life and the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. Tonight, Donna's family is here to accept this award for her and help us celebrate her life. Her husband, Todd DeMint, her mother, Connie Wacker, her daughters, Allison and Cassie Homan, Todd's daughter, Asper, and her husband, Stephen, and Todd's son, Scott DeMint. It is a true honor for me to recognize Donna tonight with all of you with the Servant Leadership Award, and accepting this award on her behalf is her husband, Todd.
Thank you. And from our whole family, thank you. It is a high honor to receive this recognition from Southwestern College with its rich history of service and leadership. It's an even higher honor in front of this audience, which is filled with leaders and servants, each in your own right. So thank you all. In thinking how to say that, it seemed pretty simple, thank you. But to say it for Donna seemed like it needed to be extra special. So I've thought about this for a while, and we'll see if I can get through it. I wondered how Donna would say thank you, and I decided it would be something like, thank you, but I'm not sure how I got nominated for this. And then she would point out several of you and explain all the reasons why you deserve it just as much as she did. But I can't do it that way. I know why she was nominated. She exemplified servant leadership. I even Googled servant leadership to see if her photo came up. It didn't. But what I did learn is that Robert Greenleaf coined the term in 1970, and he used it to refer to those who are inclined to serve first and then are brought to lead. That's also a pretty good description of the Donna I knew. She never aspired to lead. She always inspired those around her to serve, and then often became the leader in whatever effort it was. You've heard some of the examples, from her flower shop to her Bible studies, from large civic projects like Isle of Lights to the smallest box of fudge, which was given something like 2,500 times to every new parent at Winfield Hospital. The motivation was never to lead, but always to serve, to help people. Another definition I learned thanks to Google, you gotta love Google. Servant leadership is a philosophy and a set of practices that enrich the lives of individuals, build better organizations, and ultimately create a more just and caring world. Donna did that. She enriched our lives, built up our organizations, and created a more just and caring world. I say these things in past tense, but I hope they continue in the future. I hope I can follow her example to enrich lives. I hope those of you who knew her will be motivated to build up better organizations. And I hope all of us can be inspired to create a more just and caring world. My personal belief is that the highest aspiration for any true servant leader would be to lead in such a way as to inspire others to serve. I think Donna would agree with that, and I believe she fulfilled that hope. I know for myself and many others that we were inspired to serve. I hope those of you who knew her were equally inspired. But more importantly, I hope we all put it into practice. As I mentioned, that definition is a philosophy and a set of practices. If we don't put it into practice, it's neither service nor leadership. Or to quote another even more famous source, more reliable than Google, faith without action is dead. So I speak for Donna when I say thank you for this, but don't let it be an end. Let it be a beginning. Thank you.